Good afternoon from Universal Studios, Florida. You're watching Adventure Planet, where today I am back here for Halloween Horror Nights, an event that started all the way back in 1991, just a year after this park officially opened, and it's now in its 34th iteration. And I'll tell you what, in my opinion, it is one of the best Halloween events anywhere in the world. Now, it actually runs from now through until the 2nd of November. It actually began back at the end of August. They're absolutely crazy for Halloween here in the States. We've got 10 brand new haunted houses to check out, 4 scare zones and 2 shows as well. And I absolutely cannot wait to get started. Just as a pre-warning though, as before you do start watching this video, it is an event that's recommended for 13 years and up. Some of the scenes can be quite intense, quite gory, and some of the shows, like the return of Nightmare Fuel that we'll be checking out a little bit later, can be a bit raunchy as well. So just do bear that in mind. The event starts at 6:30 p.m. and goes all the way through until 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's always a long day, especially if you've been doing the Universal Studios park beforehand as well. But let's see how much we can get done. Hopefully the weather holds off for us. It has been particularly bad throughout today, a little bit hit and miss. So hopefully we can at least stay dry. Let's head on in and get started. Oh, and here it is then, the Halloween Horror Nights signage up on that truss. Absolutely fantastic. It's been 2 years since I last done an HHN. HHN 32 was when I was last here, so really excited to start checking this out. Now you might be thinking, hang on a second, it's not dark yet. Where's the transition? Where's all the scare actors? And well, yeah, you'd be right. It is actually only 4:20 p.m. currently. Now, I have done a day at Universal Studios beforehand, but there is a slight change on how Stay and Scream works this year. Usually you would have to wait in kind of a barriered off area, which was never really that great in my opinion. This year, however, you can, from 3 o'clock, just head to a little pickup point. I went to the one here at VillainCon. There are others around the park, and you can pick yourself up a wristband. Once you've got that wristband, once they've actually scanned your park ticket, you've picked up that wristband, you're then free to continue roaming the park, or from 4 p.m. you can actually head down and start queuing for the house that you want to do first. So that's what I thought I'd do today. Got my wristband, and I'm going to head on down to Five Nights at Freddy's, which is just down here to the left of Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. I have heard that this is the most popular house, so I want to start pre-queuing for that. Even though it doesn't actually open for almost another 2 hours, I want to get in the queue and make sure I'm not waiting for the best part of 3 hours when the event kicks off a little bit later on. So let's start pre-queuing for Five Nights and we'll see what it's like. Oh, and here we go then, down towards Five Nights at Freddy's. But one of the best things about HHN is the fact that you get to all kind of the backstage areas of the park. So if you're a geek like myself and really like all that stuff, you can come and see things like this. Oh, it breaks my heart. This is what is left of Rip Ride Rockit and the station area. Look at that, all completely gone. Just a mass of twisted steel now. This was the Maurer X car coaster that's operated here since 2009. And yeah, look at it. It's just an absolute mess. Wow. Ah, this is sad to see. I'm going to miss Rip Ride Rockit. You got the track there that just ends. And the only thing that remains is a few bits of track and obviously the vertical lift hill that you can just see at the back there. Wow, that is absolutely tragic. Had my last rides on this back in May. And yeah, I'm going to miss it. Obviously, this entire station area will be getting completely taken down because the station area for the new ride is actually right over on the opposite side of the park. But this is all that's left. Oh, wow. That's sad to see. Yeah, the non-inverting loop's gone, all the brake runs, and all the track on the other side of the park has all been completely removed. And I suspect that in another week or two, the vertical lift hill and what remains of this station will be gone as well. Goodbye, Rip Ride Rockit. Emphasis on the rip. Oh, and I'll tell you what, that really does just kind of break my heart seeing Rip Ride Rockit like that. It was a fantastic ride in my opinion. I really did like it. I know it wasn't everyone's favorite ride, and a lot of people thought that it was very rough. And yes, it didn't exactly run smooth, but I thought it was quite a nice, unique ride. Certainly back when I first rode it all those years ago, getting to choose your soundtrack and listen to that as you went through the ride. Yeah, I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to the future though, and what actually replaces it. Nothing official has been made yet, any kind of confirmation or anything like that. However, it is going to be a big ride. It's going to stretch right out into Universal City Walk. So yeah, really looking forward to a potential Fast and Furious roller coaster. We'll see what happens. And here we are in the queue line then for Five Nights at Freddy's. It's now 4:30. The house is actually open at 5:15. I'm relatively close to the front. There's not too many cattle pens behind me. I reckon maybe 45 minutes. We'll say an hour at most when the maze finally opens. We'll see how it goes. Got another 45 minutes till they swing open those doors though.
It's the kids. I think it's the kids.
And I'll tell you what, one thing that I have got to be grateful for is that we're all undercover here. I don't know if you can pick that out on the camera, but it is absolutely throwing it down. So really happy we're all undercover here. Wow. And it's 5:15 then, the houses are open, and finding out how long we wait begins right now. I tell you what though, it's incredible, isn't it, just how popular this is now as an event. Like I say, you think back to the 1990s when this first started, there was just one scare maze, the Dungeon of Terror. Obviously the scare zones were brought in Halloween Horror Nights 4, I believe, and and over that time it's just expanded into this massively popular event that, like I say, is considered by a lot of people to be one of the best Halloween events in the world. That has taken away a little bit of it though. If you do think back to those that may have visited in, say, like the late 90s, you remember the scare zones when they were just kind of dead pathways, you would walk down them and it'd literally only be you and other scare actors with, like, you know, the chainsaws and all that kind of stuff, and they would solely be focused on you. Those were the good times. And we've waited about 1 hour then for Five Nights at Freddy's, and just a little bit further down here we'll be heading on in. Unfortunately I can't take you into the maze itself. Yeah, this isn't like the SeaWorld parks or even Universal over in Hollywood. So unfortunately I can't film as much as I would like to, so I'll see you when I come out. And waited about an hour then for Five Nights at Freddy's, and you know what, that was a good way to start the night. Really did enjoy that. There was some absolutely superb animatronics in there, and a couple of scares as well. You had things coming out of the side. You had the bear with the hook on his hand, really got me. He was just sat there in the dark, and then he was all lit up and he kind of came forward at me. That was a nice jump scare. And of course you had the normal scare actors in there as well. You had one with a blade, someone jumping out from behind an old arcade machine as well, which was really cool. And yeah, I'm not too familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's the film, however the games are kind of very reliant on their jump scares, and that was good. Yeah, not very scary, not kind of full of blood or gore or anything like that, just quite a fun scare maze. Did really enjoy it. Gonna head on down to Terrifier now. This is the other very popular maze here at HHN 34. So on about a 55-minute wait I think at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna head on in and do this one now. And here we are then, 55-minute wait for Terrifier, featuring Art the Clown. Another franchise that I'm not totally familiar with, but I have heard that this is a good one. Like I say, the second most popular maze here. So I figured I would get the two big hitters done out the way first off of the night. Yeah, still quite buzzing about Five Nights at Freddy's actually. Love the set design in there, starting off with kind of the pizzeria and then all the different scenes as you go throughout. As you can see, quite a big cattle pen here for Terrifier, and apparently you can get wet in this one as well. So looking forward to that, because it is very humid at the moment. Be nice to get a little bit refreshed. Not quite sure wet with what though, that's the question. Water or is it blood? We'll find out soon. And like I say, one of the best bits about HHN is seeing all kind of the backstage areas of the park. And yeah, this kind of railing that goes along here is actually where the Hogwarts Express travels between Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Of course, you're not going to see it because Universal Studios actually closed at 5 and the train's no longer running. But yeah, that's where you would see it if it was in action. And we have now been waiting an hour for the Terrifier. So yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the queue time for this one was definitely underestimated. And as you can see in the background there, we've got a bit of a storm coming in. Hopefully it's not coming this way, because this queue is obviously all open. No cover at all around here. Hopefully we haven't got too much longer to wait though. I think we've just got a couple more rows to go. And I've just got out of the Terrifier haunted house then, and first off, let's just say, yeah, not very impressed about the estimated queue time on that one. 55 minutes advertised, waited almost 100, it was 98 minutes. So yeah, I hope that's not going to be a regular theme throughout the night. However, the house itself though was absolutely fantastic, loved it. Obviously very circus themed. You had Art the Clown in there with all his kind of his sick, perverted devices of torture, lots of blood and guts, bodies hanging from the ceiling, intestines everywhere. Really quite a disgusting bathroom scene where you had all kind of vomit in the sinks and all that kind of stuff. You had a Christmas scene in there with a human head as the star on the top. Ah, it was a good maze. And yes, right at the end you get to choose between a dry path and the blood bath. I decided to go down the blood bath, and yeah, you got some water coming in from the sides and quite a bit falling from the ceiling as well, but nothing too much. As you can see, I'm not really that wet. But yeah, like I say, that was a long wait for that one. I'm going to head back into the park now. We're going to catch the next showing of the Haunt-o-Phonic on the lake. Now this actually replaces the daytime Cinesational show, so looking forward to seeing this. Then I'm going to have to get some food. I'm absolutely starving. And after doing the two big hitter haunted houses then, I'm in my way back to the entrance of the park. And look how much this has changed since I recorded the intro just a few hours ago. Love the green signage up there. It was red last time. I actually really like it in the green. It looks cool. As we walk into the first scare zone, the origins of horror. You got all the gargoyles around here and the monstrous crows, these huge gates. I tell you what, they do things on a completely different level here. Look at this guy. Costumes are fantastic. Oh, looks great. Absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, it's a complete flip of the vibe and atmosphere. As soon as that transition happens, and as soon as the sun goes down, it's just completely different to the daytime. All the scare actors come out, all the props and the theming get unwrapped. And it's just the sounds of chainsaws everywhere. Oh, absolutely love it here. I tell you what, it really is fantastic. If you can do HHN every year, I fully recommend it. There's the chainsaw. Uh-oh. Oh, absolutely love it. Everything's just so detailed and ominous and creepy. Nice bit of Fallout theming here. This looks pretty cool. Oh. Oh, is she real? Oh. There he is. Oh, she was. Wow. And all these are all themed to the haunted houses. You got Freddy's off to the right there, and then Jason off to the left. Basically all of the IPs. You got the WWE signage just down there as well. Oh, look at this. It's so atmospheric. Absolutely love it. And of course you've got those IPs with the haunted houses, but you've also got the original houses as well. Hey! Oh, hello. How are we doing? Oh. And I always look forward to checking out the originals. In my opinion, they're usually 90% of the time the better scare mazes, or haunted houses as they're called here. Absolutely love all this. And there's Art the Clown from Terrifier. That was a great haunted house, it really was. Really enjoyed that. It was a long one as well, almost 10 minutes to walk through. That looks great. I really did love the origins of horror, absolutely fantastic. And you know what? Look, yes, we are getting a lot better with our Halloween events back in the UK, but HHN just does things on a completely different level. All of the vibe, the atmosphere, the music, the lighting around here, the costumes, the props, it's all done to such a high quality. Some of the areas are so immersive, and we're not even talking about the haunted houses themselves. We're just talking about these scare zones. Coming up here in the Hollywood section of the park, we've got Masquerade with all the vampires. Let's go check it out. Oh wow, look at this. Here he is. And all this that just gets brought out during that transition as well. It's so impressive. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. Oh, the creepy vampires. Oh, look at this. The set designs are just phenomenal. And all the lighting around here from the buildings at the top as well really does just set it all off. It's fantastic. Look at this. All the costumes just look great. Fantastic. I mean, look at this massive prop here. Absolutely incredible. Hey! Oh, it's just absolutely awesome. I'm always impressed by HHN. Hey! But you know, it's been 2 years since I was last here. You kind of forget, don't you? Hello? Oh, and again, look at this. The human head on the top there of the glasses. Absolutely incredible. Wow. She's certainly voluptuous. I love all this kind of, you know, like the stained window effect in the back on all of these as well. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, the smoke effects as well. I've got the creepy, what is he, a jester? Hey, look at him. Absolutely great scare zone that in the Hollywood section of the park. And that brings us over to Mel's Die-In, as it's known during HHN. The R and the V are never lit up. And it's all been taken over by zombie bell hops, apparently. Here they are. Hey! Wandering around with their eyeballs. That looks quite tasty, actually. Yeah, look at them. Yeah, they're all around here. Here they are. There's another one. Oh, she got brains? Not quite sure what that is. Looks quite tasty, though. And there we are, HHN 34 on the side of the Transformers building. Anyway, like I say, coming up is going to be footage of Haunt-o-Phonic. Really looking forward to seeing this. Let's go check it out.
Hello, and welcome to Haunt-o-Phonic, a ghoulish journey. Hello.
Come on down with us tonight. Don't you worry about scary sight. Just 'cause there's no
As the storm builds outside, you bravely decide to enter a dark and decrepit house. Once inside, you soon find the most dreadful of welcoming parties is now underway.
Watch out, you might just go under. Think twice. Your train of thought will be altered. If you must fall to be wise, your mind's in this area. If you must fall to be wise, your mind's in this area. This, my dear friends, brings us to the end of the album. Goodbye.
You've just seen some highlights there then of Haunt-o-Phonic, a ghoulish journey, and what an absolutely great show that was. To be honest though, I did really enjoy Cinesational when I first saw it earlier this year, and that was kind of like a Halloween Horror Nights twisted take on that same show, but I think it's fantastic. All the water fountains, the projections, the water screens, all the lighting on the buildings around the back here, I really do think it was great. I liked all the skeletons dancing around, the music selection was great, really, really good family show. Definitely be sure not to miss it if you come down to HHN. Shows every 45 minutes on the main lake from 9 p.m. Anyway, I'm absolutely starving and parched now after that long wait for the Terrifier, so I'm going to head on over to Mel's Dine and get some food. Here we are in Mel's Diner then, and I do love the retro feel of this place. It's absolutely awesome, and I've gone here for a nice grilled chicken burger and a drink, and this came to $20 just over. Got some onion rings on there as well, which is nice. And I have just been checking the app here for Universal just to check some of the queue times for the houses, and there's not one house that is under an hour at the moment. So yeah, it's a very busy day here at the park. Jason Universe here is actually on 140 minutes, so I'm starting to wonder whether I'm actually going to get all the houses in tonight. Obviously I'm going to do my best, but yeah, with queue times like these, it could be pretty tricky. Well, I'll tell you what, that grilled chicken burger from Mel's Dine was absolutely delicious. You really do enjoy it in there, and the food is pretty good. Made my way back out now then to a little bit of a rainy HHN, but it's not too bad. As long as it doesn't get any harder than this, we'll be fine. Oh, as the remains of Rip Ride Rocket looms in the distance. Still going to be so strange when that's gone. I have just checked the app again for the queue times of the houses, and Jason Universe, a house that I really do want to do tonight, is now 150 minutes, which is absolutely crazy. So I thought I'd make my way back down this way and maybe go and check out the Toxic 20 Scare Zone, and maybe head on into El Artista, which is just off to the right here, or Grave of Flesh, as they're just under an hour, which isn't too bad. 55 minutes currently listed. But yeah, we'll head down this way, check out the Toxic 20s, or Mutations Toxic 20s, to give it its full name. Hey, Freeze Ray Pops off to the right. And there we go, El Artista currently on a 55-minute wait. Just love the atmosphere around here, but yeah, it is a very busy night tonight, the HHN, unfortunately. It is a Sunday. I thought today would have been not too bad, but it's actually a lot busier than I was expecting. So yeah, in terms of getting all 10 houses done, yeah, my hopes are rapidly fading, to be honest. But as long as I get the ones that I want to do in, I'm not too bothered. I'll get to see all the scare zones. Definitely want to check out Nightmare Fuel. Maybe I should have had a second day for Halloween Horror Nights.
We never knew until we got to the park.
I love all the music around here. All these little stalls. Look at the Terrifier one there, that looks cool. And of course, yeah, for HHN, you've got all the little pop-up bars here as well, serving your alcoholic drinks. And your cocktails and mocktails as well. And here he is again, Clown Cafe. And here we are then, right outside Revenge of the Mummy. It is Mutations, Toxic 20s. Hey. Love the truck here.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna tell Mom, huh? How do I even get his insurance now?
Oh, he's not happy.
Hey, attention everybody! On behalf of BuzzCon Industries, we disclaim responsibility for any adverse effects that our top-of-the-line rat poison may cause.
Rat poison, that's what it is. Oh dear. His car's crashed into the back of it and it's spilled it everywhere. Oh, he's got some loot in the back as well. Oh, there we are. love the music, all the green lighting around as well.
Don't walk and be stupid.
There they are, the mobsters. You got the police out here as well. There he is. Oh. I love it. Got the old police car there. She's got some kind of skin infection going on. There she is. Oh, I love all the toxic waste all spreading about everywhere. Oh, it's just all the lighting, isn't it? It really sets it off. I love it. All the green toxic waste. Who's this guy over here? Oh dear. Well, he's definitely seen better days, hasn't he? Ah, the Palace Arcade is the tribute store for this year. There we are. Oh. Oh dear. Uh-oh. We got the newsstand here again with all the toxic waste. BuzzCon spill. There we are. Hey. All the barrels of toxic waste. All the smoke effects. Oh, that's great. See you in the fog, of course. Oh. Oh, I like this. This is cool. Nice archway with all the BuzzCon industries. That looks very cool. Oh, there we are, Mutations, Toxic 20s. I gotta say though, it's gonna take a lot to beat Masquerade Dance of Death over in the Hollywood area. That really was fantastic. But this was good as well. Lots of actors about, some nice props. With the mobsters and the police and all the broken barrels of toxic waste all under this green lighting. Very cool. And I do love the way the HHN 34 is projected on a lot of the buildings here in the park. Just thought I'd come down and take a look at Jason University. Unfortunately, it's still advertised at a 120-minute wait. So I'm going to come back and get this one a little bit later. We're going to carry on following this pathway around and head on over to Club Horror, which is actually in an area of the park usually taken up by scare zones. But yeah, usually they were quite small and you were kind of forced through by security. You weren't allowed to stop or take photos or anything like that. So it didn't really work, in my opinion, as a scare zone. So this might actually work a little bit better. As you can see, all the club lighting over the back there, right outside Fisherman's Wharf. I love that. Looks great. I really do love HHN. It really is great. If you're someone that's never experienced it before, absolutely worth doing 100%. Even if you only do it the once, it's definitely worth coming down and checking it out. And it would be my recommendation to definitely do Universal Studios in the day as well. Pick up that vibe and atmosphere, and then just get to appreciate the contrast of how it all changes during that transitional period into HHN. It's phenomenal, it really, really is. Here we go, Club Horror, let's go take a look. And this is all really cool. You've got a lot of smoke effects going on here and this massive truss with all the moving heads up there, all the lighting, which looks great. And you've also got a DJ booth just towards the back there. And I'm assuming that you would have had a DJ up there playing some banging tunes, but unfortunately I'm assuming due to the weather, he's not actually playing, so that's a bit of a shame. So yeah, it's just a little area just off of Fisherman's Wharf here. I imagine you have some dancers up there on the platform, all the smoke effects and lighting, and just giving it a bit of a club atmosphere. But yeah, unfortunately, nothing actually happening at the moment. Maybe if the rain stops, we'll get some action here a little bit later on. Oh, see you in the fog. I'll tell you what, everywhere you go on HHN, they've got these smoke machines that just pump out all this smoke over all the pathways, giving this kind of real ominous atmosphere. Absolutely love it. It's definitely why they say see you in the fog for this event. And that is worth bearing in mind, actually, in terms of things like club horror and also all the outdoor scare zones as well, that due to inclement weather, if you do get any of that, the heavy rain, the storms in the area or anything, you will find that those outdoor scare zones that won't actually operate. So do bear that in mind if you do come down here and you've got some bad weather in the area. But yeah, as soon as the rain kind of clears up or the storms pass, the actors will come back out and start doing their stuff in those scare zones. Yeah, making my way over to Men in Black now. I'm going to cut through Krusty Land and then we're going to take a look at the final scare zone, which is the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. Oh dear, and I did just have to take cover in Krusty Land for about half an hour because it just started absolutely throwing it down. It has eased up a little bit now, but it is still coming down relatively heavily. I thought I'd come out and just head down to this scare zone anyway. Yeah, not the best night for HHN, unfortunately, today. Oh, but look at this. The Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. Look at the detailing on this house. Love the cat in the window. Yeah, it might be that we won't get any scare actors around in this zone due to the weather, as mentioned earlier. But we can still appreciate, obviously, the props and the theming and decor around here. This house is incredible. Wow. Yeah, look at this around here. We actually walk through here. I love all the balls of yarn at the top for the cats. Can I walk through here? Oh, it looks like I can. Yeah, I'm not sure if there would be any scare actors in here or not. Yeah, I like all the yarn balls at the top. Oh, it's only a very short walk through. Yeah, I'm not sure if there would have been scare actors in there or not. But yeah, we may not see the lady herself. I'm not sure why not. I mean, she would be quite covered under here from the roof. I love the cat in the window, that's great. But look at this down here, all the pumpkins in the trees, it looks great. Oh, and all the smoke effects here as well. This has always been my favorite part of HHN, this section here. Of course, you've got all the props around as well. You've got the cat here. And the boxes and the skeletons and everything up here. It just looks great, doesn't it? All the trees that are just here anyway really does make this area. The little ghost. The skeletons on the railings there, all the little props around. I mean, they're just kind of pointless little props like saucepans and rucksacks and bicycles and things like that. But they're just out and it just kind of makes the area, you know? Yeah, I mean, look at this, like a kid's xylophone and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's any scare actors out in this area. Not that I can see, unfortunately, due to that weather that we had. And the rain that is still continuing to fall. Absolutely great scare zone though. I love all the pumpkins in the trees. There's so many of them. Absolutely fantastic. Right, what I might actually do now is do an about turn and head back the other way and go and check out the scare zones down in that area. As the queue times are slightly less, or they certainly were when I was checking the app 5 minutes ago. Oh, it just looks absolutely phenomenal. So here we go then, I made my way back over to World Expo then, for two reasons really. One is that these are the mazes with the shortest queue times. This one is actually the shortest across the whole park at the moment at 45 minutes. It's Dolls Let's Play Dead. And also because I want to catch the midnight showing of Nightmare Fuel, which is on the stage right up in this area. So we're going to join for Dolls Let's Play Dead, see how long we wait. Hopefully this isn't underestimated and we get on within 45 minutes. And it was advertised at 45 minutes, waited 35, and we're just about to head on into Dolls Let's Play Dead. This is very cool at the front here, I like that. One of the original mazes. Looking forward to this, see it when I come out.
It's gonna be so scary, I can't wait for the dolls.
And I've just come out of Dolls Let's Play Dead then, and you know what, it was the weakest of the three of the mazes that I've done tonight. However, it was still pretty terrifying. It actually reminded me quite a lot of Emily Alton at the Curse at Alton Manor, where you're kind of shrunk down, you go into the doll's house and you got all the dolls around. They had like melted heads and things like that. You had some good jump scares in there as well, including from a guy on kind of like a trapeze system, which was really quite cool, and some pretty cool costumes in there as well, including a guy that had like 6 dolls' heads all over him that was kind of following me around, so that made it even more freaky. Yeah, really did enjoy that maze. Actually made my way down to Nightmare Fuel Circus of Decay now. Really interested to see if this is better than Revenge Dream that I saw 2 years ago. If it is, it's an absolutely fantastic show. So some highlights of that coming up. This is the final show at midnight. Let's go. And you've just seen some highlights there then of Nightmare Fuel's Circus of Decay. What more is there to be said about that show? It's raunchy, it's got sex appeal, it's got awesome choreography, and that fire is simply incredible. It really, really is. I don't think the camera even does that justice. And there's just so much going on. You've got the contortionists, you've got all the acrobatics. Sometimes in there you just don't know where to look because there's something going on absolutely everywhere. The flame bursts are incredible. Honestly, I tell you what, it is one of the best shows that I've ever seen anywhere, not just at a Halloween event, but anywhere in the world. It really is absolutely spectacular. I can't praise it enough. About a 30-minute show, and it's full of action from start to finish. I absolutely love it. If you come to HHN, forget the houses, forget the scare zones, make sure you see that show. That show is worth the HHN entrance fee on its own without anything else. It really is absolutely phenomenal. I love it to bits. Anyway, as you can see just behind me here, this is the time, the last hour of the night, where the queue times for the mazes really start to drop off. 5 minutes for Fallout, 10 minutes for Galkan. So I'm going to try and knock both of these out in the park in one go. Let's go. And the time it took me to turn around is now changed to 15 minutes and 20 minutes, but we can still hit up both of these and go for Galkan first at 20 minutes. And here we are then at Galkan Monsters of the North in this huge marquee type structure. Waited just 15 minutes of the advertised 20. I'll let you know my thoughts when I come out. And just got out of Galkan Monsters of the North then. I gotta say that after Terrifier, that was definitely my favorite house of the night. Some great scares in there and great scenes as well, all the rock work around. Love the log cabin scene with the guy that's just had his back completely filleted. Had some really good jump scares right at the end where you're kind of going through these tombs and you have the skeletons jumping out. You had like a big kind of burning structure in there. Reminded me very much of Wicker Man actually. Very, very similar structure. And yeah, it was just great. Lots of heavy smoke effects. You couldn't really see where you were going most times. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. There was a big kind of wolf head in the ceiling. A wolf with red eyes that kind of came out from the side, which got me a couple of times. Really, really good maze. Really enjoyed that. While I'm over this way, I'm going to jump in and do Fallout, which is apparently on a 15-minute wait. Should be able to get this one done as well. And here we go then, maze 5 of 10, it is Fallout. Now I do enjoy the Fallout games, not very familiar with the TV series though, I actually haven't watched it at all. But yeah, I played Fallout 3 quite a lot back in the day, so we'll see what this is like. And I've just come out of the Fallout maze then, complete walk on, coming through Krusty Land, here they are. Oh, park's filtering out now, I'm getting picked on. Absolutely love it, there he is. Absolutely fantastic, they're everywhere. Oh, there's another one. Hey, how you doing, all right? Having a good night? I thought he was going to hack my legs off then. Yeah, I gotta say though, Fallout, I gotta say, I'm pleased that was a walk-on. Wasn't too impressed with that one. There were some nice scenes in there. Really enjoyed the pharmacy scene, had a couple of scares there, and there was kind of this big creature behind this pane of glass, which looked pretty cool. But otherwise, yeah, it's a little bit bland for my taste. It might just be because I'm not really connected to it. I played the game quite a lot a few years ago, but yeah, like I say, not really seen the show or anything like that. So yeah, maybe that was why, but just didn't really get too much of a scare, and I wasn't really impressed too much by the theming around in that maze, which was a shame. So yeah, certainly one of the weaker ones in my opinion. As I head back down now towards, I think I'm going to do El Artista, a Spanish haunting. That's currently on 25 minutes. Hopefully that's overestimated. I might be able to get that one done and then jump into the queue for Jason, which is still on 60 minutes. Hey. Oh, chainsaw guys everywhere. Absolute carnage. Wow. They are everywhere. Oh, I love this event, I really do. Yes, like I say, going to head over to a Spanish haunting. See if I can get that. I may or may not get Jason, we'll see. Oh, and here we go. Now the rain stopped. The cat lady is out. Hey! What was that? There she is. And all of her cats are out as well. Here we go.
I said soon.
All the trick-or-treaters that she's turned into cats.
Find a few that feel right. We shall turn them into better creatures.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's freaky. Where's she gone? Oh. Oh, fantastic. Look at this. Oh, they're everywhere. Hey. Oh, see, this is how it should have been earlier on. Here they are. Yeah, see, cats don't like the rain, do they? That's why they weren't out earlier. They're everywhere now. Ah, this is the best part of HHN, when the park starts to filter out a little bit. Oh, there she is. It just starts to filter out. And it's just nice. You really begin to appreciate everything. You get more interaction with obviously the scare actors. Yeah, it is one of those events that, like I said earlier, its popularity is a bit of it's a bit of a drawback, because it can take some of that atmosphere away. It'd be great if they kind of limited the capacity to this event, you know, because it's, you know, when there's not those huge crowds, it's so much better. All right, Spanish Haunting, let's go. And here we go then, likely to be the last house of the night. It's 25 minutes for El Artista, Spanish Haunting, let's go. And here we go then, El Artista. And I know what you might be thinking. Hang on a second, I thought you said that you really wanted to do Jason. And it's true, I did really want to do that, but as the last house of the night, I've always favoured the original houses rather than the IPs. So yeah, I figured I'm going to do this one. You never know, if it's overestimated, I might still be able to get to Jason. I doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, and look at this. El Artista actually gets you through the construction fences to where the entrance to Rip Ride Rockit used to be. Wow. This is where all the entrance to it used to be. That's crazy. Wow. I will miss Rip Ride.
Why did they stop it? I'm just curious. But it's probably going to be
And I've just come out of El Artista, a Spanish Haunting then, after waiting just 10 minutes, but unfortunately it wasn't quick enough. Not going to get Jason done. It's now 10 past 2 in the morning. And you know what? I would have been disappointed if El Artista had been a poor maze, but that was absolutely stunning. What a beautiful haunted house. It really was. Started as soon as you went through the door, you're just greeted with this massive facade of this Spanish home. You actually enter through the doorway and then wackiness ensues. There were some great scenes in there. There's like a greenhouse scene with some ghost projections. You had like kind of the outdoor garden area with a fully working fountain, and then you kind of went into kind of this catacomb style again with all of the zombies and the skeletons kind of coming out from the sides and in front of you. Yeah, really good. The theming in that was absolutely top tier. Honestly, my mouth just dropped open when I went through the door and saw the facade to that house. Really, really impressive stuff. And that's just what they do here so well, isn't it, at Universal? The theming, it's just top notch at Halloween Horror Nights. So impressive. But anyway, like I say, it is 2:10 now. The event is over. I have to make my way to the entrance of the park. So I'll put in a few more shots as I make my way down to the exit, and then we'll be wrapping up today's vlog. And with those last few shots around the park then, that is going to bring this vlog here from Halloween Horror Nights 34 to a close. And unfortunately, didn't quite manage to do everything here at the event today. Missed out on 4 of the haunted houses. Managed to do 6 of them. We managed to see both of the shows and do all of the scare zones, which was good. But unfortunately, on busy nights like tonight, you can only do what you can do. And unfortunately, we have been a little bit let down with the weather as well tonight. Quite a few heavy downpours. We've had to take shelter, which also killed some of the scare zones for a little bit as well. But luckily, they did come back up not too long after that heavy rainfall had passed. Overall, look, for me personally, Halloween Horror Nights isn't really about the houses. It's a very big part of it, but for me, it's just the vibe and the atmosphere of the night, those scare zones and the shows. And that's what has been a real standout for me at this event. The atmosphere, those scare zones, the theming around the park. By far the best scare zone was Masquerade. Absolutely loved the theming and props and the costumes of that area. Thought it was absolutely spectacular. And of course, when it comes to shows, nothing beats Nightmare Fuel. Like I said, I'll reiterate again, that is worth the asking price of Halloween Horror Nights admission ticket by itself. So, you know, as long as I get to see that show, experience the vibe around the park, the houses for me come in kind of in last place really to everything else. But still, getting 6 done on a busy night like tonight was still fantastic. Really happy with that. Got to say, my favorite of the mazes that I did do was Terrifier, very closely followed by Galcan. And then in 3rd place, it has to be El Artista. I was so blown away by the theming inside that maze. Terrifier, though, was just great. I've never seen the film, have absolutely no familiarity with Art the Clown or anything like that, but that maze was great. It had gore, it had obviously the bloodbath at the end where you got wet, it had good scares, and it had great theming, and that's what you want in a scare maze, isn't it? And yeah, it really was fantastic. But yeah, the costumes around the park today, the scare actors, wandering scare actors were brilliant, and Haunt-o-Phonic as well. The fountain show on the lake was superb as well. Look, I'll say it again, if you've never experienced Halloween Horror Nights before, absolutely do yourself a favour and make sure you do it at least once if you've got any interest in Halloween events at theme parks. It really is the #1 in my opinion. Definitely come down and do it. If it's the first time that you've ever done it before, and likely to be the only time you're going to do it, I don't really like recommending it, but I would suggest getting express passes just in case you do have a busy day like today, because I won't lie, it can be very stressful trying to get everything in the hours that this event is operational. It was tonight, and especially with the rain as well, you're left kind of pacing and thinking, oh God, you know, especially vlogging, you want to cover everything and as much as you can. So it has been a little bit stressful tonight. So of course, yeah, if you are coming down for your first and perhaps only time, I would say it's not cheap, but I would suggest getting express pass just so you can fully appreciate all of the mazes around the event. But overall, I've had an absolutely fantastic time today. I always do at Halloween Horror Nights, and I can't wait to come back. The only thing I was missing this year was the icon. There's actually no icon for HHN 34, so hopefully they'll make a comeback in HHN 35. In terms of the next video coming up then, we're going to be at Legoland, Florida, a park I've not visited for some time now and never actually vlogged on the channel before, so that'll be coming up next right here on Adventure Planet. But from here at Halloween Horror Nights 34, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, Happy riding, everybody. Good night.